Hello, Lake Tahoe, and welcome to the Lake Tahoe Art Scene with me, Robert Schimmel, your host for who and what's happening around Lake Tahoe in the arts. Though I extended a last-minute invitation to a fellow you guys perhaps know by now, if you haven't known him for years and years, and my good friend Peter Darvis. He may join us for an update on his situation and recovery from the devastating fire that took his home and studio back in mid-September. We may just have to call this the starting over show, since Peter and I both are doing such in two very completely different ways and from very different circumstances. The good news is that we can start over, and I wouldn't even for a moment attempt to equate my situation with his. He lost just about everything. And Peter, as you sit down, my friend, we can start over, can't we?
Hey, Robert, thanks for having me on here. Yeah, let's start over. What the heck?
Yeah, I remember that morning at the hospital when, right after the fire, and I dropped by to see you, and you were saying, well, already you had a good mindset. It was like, there's nothing but a phoenix rising, and I've got to relook at things, and it's a good day to start over. So. My goodness.
Yeah, just for an update for my friends, and certainly I'm so grateful to all of the community, all my friends from not just South Lake Tahoe, but from all over that have extended a hand to me, both just cards and prayers and financial contributions to the Peter Darvis Assistance Fund, which is a real thing. There are so many of these scams and illegitimate appeals for funds.
Sure.
Through whether it's individual or these major disasters that, please be aware. Some of my friends have been victims of this, but just to let you know, my situation is definitely real, and if you want to see proofs, all you have to do is go on YouTube and look at the Peter Darvis house going up in flames. It looks like a smart bomb hit it.
Oh, my gosh.
But, yeah, Robert, thanks for your condolences. All my paintings, my equipment, framing tools, all the stuff that's been accumulated over the last 40 years of being an artist. And I'm proud to say that's all I've been. The only jobs I've had is teaching at the community college here in South Lake Tahoe for a little while and a little stint in the Army. But other than that, I'm proud to say I don't have a W-2 form to my name.
That's amazing. I've always admired you for that, and any artist out there who has made it year after year after year solely on artwork. So
it's not easy.
No doubt.
It's not easy.
No doubt.
Usually when I do these lecture demos, whether for the grade school kids or college level or art clubs, art organizations, the first thing I say is just don't do it. Go get a real job.
Yeah.
But the real artists don't listen. And there's always room at the top.
Yeah. It's
discipline. It's finding your own niche and being true to yourself. Doing something that you really love, and if you're lucky, you'll find that everybody else will as well, and then you're okay.
Yeah. Amen to that. You bet. So with the house situation now, I know one of the questions that's dominantly on people's minds out there is, first of all, where are you living? You housed okay and all that's under control?
Yeah, I have a roof over my head, and I did manage to set up a studio with the help of my fellow artists donating some supplies, canvases, brushes, paints, and I have been able to get back to work, and the studio is at the gallery space at Ski Run Marina, which is the Darvis Art and the Tahoe Art Connection gallery right there,
right
at the bottom of Ski Run where Ski Run meets the lake. And the gallery is open every day, 7 days a week. Sometimes I have to hang a sign in the window because I have to go run some errands, but we have a space that not just myself but Robert Williams and any of the other artists that are in the gallery, and even guests could come in and actually use the space to paint.
Very cool.
So I'm trying to get productive, get my head back in the right frame of mind to do that. And for me, it's a circle back to my beginnings when I was a college student, and most of my work was original paintings, fairly large, serious pieces, and that's what I'm going back to. Since I have no more capability of doing the giclée prints or the production or the framing, perhaps this is the only way that I would have quit that.
Yeah. It's amazing the things that do turn the corner for us.
In spite of all the good advice, like from you and all my other artist friends that just keep telling me to don't be a picture framer or a printmaker, just be an artist.
Yeah, well, it's easy for all of us to say, and I've still got to figure out my own puzzle, Peter. But I'm really glad to hear what you're doing. That sounds great, because you are one heck of a painter and creative guy, and I'm applauding the fact that you'll be doing more of that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking a road trip, and we are in the process. Well, actually, there was a crowdfunding site that was just launched this last weekend to help raise some money for me to get a little travel, like what do they call these things? Those little mini motorhomes, a camper van. And I have several places on the West Coast and in the Southwest that I have been wanting to do for the last 30 years, and I've just haven't had the opportunity, because owning art galleries, promoting art shows, doing festivals, supplying galleries, there was never any time for it.
Right.
So now the door's open, and if you're interested in this, you can ask me about the site and how people can look it up. But that's my immediate plan.
We'll do that, because time all of a sudden will get away from us. So why don't you lay that information out there right now?
It's a crowdfunding site. It's called Indiegogo, INDIEGOGO.com. And my site is under art, and if you wish to open it, I think it's the first one that comes up, but the keyword is just Peter. It's IGG, the number 4, Peter. And we're trying to raise, I think, like $20,000 to basically fund my supplies and a vehicle so that I can spend about a year on the road doing some specific paintings. The actual route and the actual results of this are going to be available with updates on the site.
Okay.
With either email updates, paintings, even originals, depending on the size of the contribution.
Sounds a bit like Kickstarter and or that genre.
It is. It's just another crowdfunding site. Kickstarter is also another possibility. We're even going to include your idea of getting an original Darvis, a little cellophane bag. Oh,
the fire original Darvis, the little pieces of Darvis in
I think
fire bag.
That was your manager's, Paul Middlebrook's idea of owning an original Darvis with all the documentation and the paperwork that goes with it, and that's exactly what it is. It's a piece of original oil painting.
Literally a piece of,
packed in a cellophane bag, and you can own an original Darvis on a budget.
On a budget. And welcome, thank goodness that Peter could come by on late notice and catch the community up on what you've been doing, my buddy. How are things going? I think you're giving a piece away for an event this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's one of the major fundraising events for the Barton Auxiliary.
The Trees and Lights?
Is the Trees and Lights. That's this weekend, and you probably know it's at
Mont Bleu, I think.
At Mont Bleu
Yeah.
in their convention center, and I donate a piece of artwork for that every year. And just because I don't have any left doesn't mean that I won't donate one.
Right.
So I will.
Right.
I'll have one for them.
Oh, cool, Peter. You're still up to your old tricks of giving and giving, and I appreciate
Well,
that,
hey,
man.
just because I don't have a house anymore doesn't mean I don't live here. I'm
Right.
still part of the community as long as they'll have me.
Ah, boy. Well, Peter, man, so good to have you still among us and looking so well. I mean, that beard is really a statement of, what, month and a half, 2 months? Have you cut it since the fire?
No, I have not. It was part of it was the healing process, and the other part is my contribution to the energy crisis.
I love it.
And I'm trying to stay warm, so as long as my face is covered with fur,
Yeah.
that cuts down on
Heating and...
the heating.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, you're looking good, my friend.
Well,
and
thank you for having me, and when the time comes, I'll come back and I'll update you on the progress.
Sounds great. Well, folks, we wish you the very best of the week and post-Thanksgiving turkey and all of that good stuff. So enjoy your time out there. God bless you all, and we will be back with you next week. Bye-bye.